Good morning student, this is your computer class. Today we learn chapter number 8, Ethics and Safety Measures in Computing. Ethics means the study of what is right and wrong, in human behavior. Understood? In this chapter we learn about social networking, unethical practice in cyber world, ethics in computing, digital footprints, reporting cyber crimes, advantages and disadvantages of social networking, safety measures while using computer and internet. Okay, so students, let's begin. The internet, a tool that brings to you many resources that would otherwise be very difficult to reach. Okay, it is used for ordering a pizza or monthly grocery, buying clothes or any other item. Okay students, instant messaging, sending pictures or videos, sharing a live movement with a family, friends. Among student it is most commonly used for social networking. Okay, so these all things are doing by the internet. Okay students, now social networking. Social media is a way to communicate, share pictures, videos through social media websites. Following are a few examples of social media networking websites. Facebook. Okay, I think everybody know what is Facebook. It is the most widely used social networking website. Okay, where users can share status, updates, pictures, videos, and web content with their friends. It was founded by Mark Zuckerberg along with a fellow Harvard College students, namely Eduardo Severin, Andrew M.C. Collium, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Huggies. The founders initially limited the website's membership to Harvard students and subsequently Columbia, Stanford, and Yale students. Membership was eventually expanded to various other universities. Okay, since 2006, anyone who claimed to be at least 13 years old has been allowed. 13 years old has been allowed to become a registered user of Facebook, though this may vary depending on local laws. Understood, student? Now, Instagram. It is a popular social networking website for instantly enhancing photographs and videos owned by Facebook. It was created by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger and launched in October 2010. Okay, the app allows users to upload photos and videos to the service, which can be edited with various filters and organized with tags and location information. Okay students, now WhatsApp. WhatsApp Messenger is a freeware, cross-platform messaging and voice over IP (VoIP) service owned by Facebook. It allows sending of text messages and voice messages, making voice and video calls, as well as sharing images, documents, user location, and other media students. Okay, now YouTube. YouTube is an American video sharing website headquartered in San Bruno, California. Chad Hurley, Steve Chan, and Judd Karim created the service in February 2005. Google bought the site in November 2006. Okay students. Now student, Twitter. It is an online social networking service where users post and interact with messages known as tweets. The term tweeting refers to posting short messages from anyone who follows you on Twitter, with the expectation that your messages are useful to your audience. Okay. Twitter and tweeting might be referred as microblogging. Tweets were originally restricted to 140 characters, but on November 7, 2017, this limit was doubled to 280. Registered users can post, like, and retweet tweets, but unregistered users can only read them. Okay, users access Twitter through its website's interface. You can join with a free account and Twitter name. Then send tweets daily, hourly, or and frequently as you like. Okay, friends. Go to the WhatsApp happening box, type 280 or fewer characters and click tweet. Okay, friends. People who follow you and others will see your tweet. Okay. Now no more. The most important thing is communication is hearing what isn't said. This Peter Drucker. Now ethics in computing. Cyber ethics is the code of responsibility behavior on the internet. Netiquette is like a code of conduct or online ethics. The term netiquette is a combination of two terms, network and etiquette. It represents a set of rules established to ensure acceptable online behavior. Okay, friends. Following are the netiquette. First, do not use abusive language over the internet. Behave online in the same way as you wish to be treated. Okay. Do not share anyone's personal information with anyone online. Avoid making new friends online or chatting with strangers or accepting friend requests from any unknown person. Okay. Use a strong password and never share with anyone. Do not send incorrect information to anyone. Do not share pictures of other people without their consent on social networking websites. Do not copy or steal any information for internet. One must respect the copyright and should always give due acknowledgement to the owner of the content. Okay. Avoid using all caps for text and online messages or mails as it represents shouting or anger. Use appropriate punctuation, spelling and grammar before sending any message or email. Think, read, read before you post. Okay, friends, remember one posted, it is permanent. Now, ethical practices in cyber world. Cyber world is vulnerable to different kinds of security attacks and threats, which can be disastrous for your data security and privacy. Now, cyber crime. While computers and the internet have made lives easier in countless ways, okay, it is unfortunate that people use the technology to take advantages of others. Cybercrime is considered as a criminal activity in dealing with computers and networks. In other words, it is a criminal offense that involves the use of electronic communication or information systems such as computing on the internet. Cybercrime, as defined by US Department of Justice, cybercrime is an act of creating, distributing, altering, stealing, misusing and destroying information through the computer manipulation of cyberspace without the use of physical force and against the will or interest of the victim. Okay, student, got it? The term cybercrime is an umbrella term that covers crimes like phishing, credit card frauds, illegal downloading, industrial espionage, child pornography, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, cyber terrorism, creation and or distribution of viruses, spam and so on. These are a few among that list of thousands of cyber crimes, students. Let us read about a few of cyber crimes common in cyberspace these days. Okay. Cyberbullying and stalking. Cyberbullying stalking takes place when someone uses the internet, a phone, email, instant messaging, chat rooms or social networks such as Facebook, Instagram or Twitter on harass, embarrass or intimidate someone. Cyberbullying and cyber harassment are also known as online bullying. Okay. Examples of cyberbullying include unkind text messages or abusive emails, rumors and malicious posts on social networking sites or sent via email. Inappropriate image tagging, uploading or embarrassing pictures, videos or fake profile to hurt, harass, embarrass someone. Okay, students. Such incident can leave the bullied victims in depression and anxious with lower self-esteem. It has serious impact on the victim. It has become increasingly common, especially among teenagers, as they have access to electronic communication device. Cyberbullying can cause mental distress and pollute the thoughts and everyday work schedule. It can trigger negative emotions and sometimes can even lead to depression and suicide. Now, no more. Cyberbullying is dealt by the enforcement agency under this information Technology IT Act 2000 and different section of the Indian Penal Code IPC. Okay, students. Let's brief it. Cyberbullying or cyber harassment is a form of bullying or harassment using electronic means. It can make you feel uncomfortable or may leave you feeling devastated. It is important to mentally strong and immediately take help of your parents or teachers. Remember to avoid any kind of negativity online. Okay. Now, software privacy. Theft of software for use, copying or distribution without ownership or legal rights. It causes significant loss of revenue to the organization, which in turn results in higher prices for the customer, students. Okay. Now, spoofing. Spoofing refers to the technique used to gain unauthorized access to computers by sending messages to a computer with an IP address, indicating its authenticity. The act of sending an email to a user is stating to be an established enterprise in an attempt to cheat the user. The personal information given by user can be misused. For example, email or address spoofing is the process of faking a sender's email address to fool the recipients of the email into thinking someone else sent the message. This form of spoofing is commonly used to bypass spam filters. Consider another example. Someone's security systems have a way of helping to identify a user by his or her IP address. If the attacker spoofs their IP address to match the criteria, it may help bypass security measures. This technique is also used to deceive a web page, poll or internet contest, thinking the user is someone else, manipulating the website's automatically collected data. Now, phishing. Phishing is the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information such as usernames, password and credit card details by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity in an electronic communication. For example, Paytm scammers might send out an attack email, that instructs the user to click in a link in order to rectify a discrepancy with their account. Now, dissemination of offensive material. This is an abundant content of the internet which is considered by someone to be objectionable. For example, materials or racist propaganda and instructs for the explosive devices. Some of this is illegal in certain countries, although to be merely offensive in others. In Iran, for example, it is illegal to criticize the government online, whereas in Western countries such as Canada, this is perceived as free speech and it is clearly legal, students. Now, spreading of computer viruses. The spreading of computer viruses or infecting other programs is another form of cybercrime. For example, the Lovebugs virus, which crippled at least 45 million computers worldwide and caused estimate $10 billion worth of damage in 2001 in about 20 countries in students. Okay, this love bug virus. Now student, spamming. Spam mail is an unwanted mail that is sent for promotions in bulk quantity to different user accounts through digital communication means of emails. It is also known as junk mail. Now, safety measures while using computer and internet. Following are a few important safety measures to be taken by all while using the internet. Proper uses of passwords. Password is an essential and the most important tool to protect your online account, and hence it is important to keep it secure. It is like a key to open the lock. Since password gives entry to an online account, creating a secure and strong password is important in order to keep your personal information safe. Protect your emails, files and other related content. Prevent someone from breaking into your account. Now, tips for creating a strong password. A strong password should be difficult for others to get. Following are some of the important points to consider when creating a password. Never use personal information such as your name, birthday, username or email address. This type of information is often publicly available, which makes it easier for someone to guess your password. Now, use a longer password. Your password should be at least 6 to 8 characters long. Although for extra security, it should be even longer. Do not use the same password for each account. If someone guessed your password for one account, he might have access to all of your other accounts, students. Now, combination of alphanumeric characters. Try to include numbers, symbols and use both uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay. No words from dictionary, proper nouns or personal information. Avoid using words that can be found in dictionary. For example, Apple 123, Vivek 18 or weak passwords. Understood? Now, random combination. Password may include a mix uppercase, lowercase, numbers and special characters, students. Understood? Now, student, install and update antivirus software. The computer connect to the internet should have a licensed version of antivirus software installed. McAfee and Norton are two popular antivirus software. Okay. Parental assessment and guidance. Parents to ensure the child is not subjected to cyberbullying of any sorts by their friends or strangers. Always lend a helping hand to support the children and stand with them in all problems. Okay. Protection using firewall. A firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. It is like a filter for a computer system connected to the internet to prevent unauthorized access from other public networks. Understood? Now, reporting cybercrimes. In any cybercrime happens, one must immediately report to parents, school teachers, authorities, and then to police. Okay. One should not be a bystander. If one has been a victim of cybercrime, the crime should be reported. The procedure for reporting cybercrimes is like any other offense. You can report cybercrime in the local police station and file complaint. Now, most of the states in India have the provision to file e-fire. Okay, this is the digital police. This is the e-fire. E for electronic. This is the electronic FIR. Okay, you can register to the online crime reporting portal. Okay, crime reporting portal and log your complaint. Got it, student? Now, student, digital footprints. A digital footprint is a trail of data you create while using the internet. It includes every piece of information you provide online, from your name, gender, age, information you submit to online service, email address to email websites, you visit and things you say or like on social media. Because the actions you take online say a lot about you, it is important to pay attention to your digital footprints. It is your online identity and individuality and is what makes you unique. It is builds the online reputation or impression depending on the things you do online. It is important to be aware of it because anything posted online is permanent and stays there forever regardless of being deleted. If you find that your friend is posting something obnoxious and disgraceful in a continuous manner, then you should stop him/her for going to the dark path. Okay, students. Digital footprint is a self-portrait that you paint online, so it is important to ensure it is accurate and truly displaying who you are. The information about everyone from the digital footprint can be used in the following ways. By future employers, universities, and law enforcement offices. By third parties for commercial use. To form an image about who you are. For theft of identity. So be a smart citizen. Change the privacy settings of the social media networking sites to private. Ensure that you log off from all the online websites before you shut down the systems. Okay. Passwords should be changed at regular interval, clear history and other browser data, students. Understood? This chapter I have finished. Exercise of this chapter I will provide you in PDF. Okay, student? Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.